Howdy Booktube, Nikki here. So today I present you with a TBR for a readathon that is already happening. I'm so ahead of the curve. If you're on Booktube, you've probably heard about Booktube-A-Thon by now, but it's happening from I believe the 18th to the 24th of July. I'll link the Booktube-A-Thon channel down below. There are 7 challenges and I'm going to show you all the books that I plan to read to fulfill those challenges to be the very best like no one ever was. I'm really sorry. Australia got Pokemon Go before anyone else, and this is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me personally. The first challenge is to read a book with yellow on the cover. Being the overachiever that I am, I chose the yellowest book that I could find. This is hyperbole and a half. Unfortunate situations, flawed coping mechanisms, mayhem, and other things that happen. By Ali Brosh. She has these cool like cartoons and little drawings and stuff and funny stories. It's one of the books that I bought in America, but for some reason the journey in the suitcase did not bode well for this little guy. Whoops! Challenge number 2 is to read a book only after sunset. Some people are picking like mystery books or thrillers or like creepy stuff. Books don't really ever scare me. There's only been one book that I've not been able to read at night, and that was Stephen King. But I'm not going for the creepy thriller or whatever. I'm going for a book that I feel like I can finish on my nighttime commute home from work. And I'm going for an Animorphs book. This is number 22 that I'm up to. I'm trying to read this entire series by Catherine Applegate this year. Here's how we're going, okay? It is July, right? I've read 21 books plus 4 chronicles. I've read 25 books out of 64 books. So I'm a little bit behind, but this is a perfect read for readathon. Also, this is the 3rd book in the David trilogy. Like, there are 54 numbered books, but there's 3 that make up a trilogy, and it's super dark and exciting. And this is the 3rd book, so it is kind of a bit of a thriller, kind of kids thriller. Challenge number 3 is to read a book that you discovered through Booktube. Generally, I get my comic book news from like comic book sites and my comic book store. But one comic book that I did hear about from your booktubers was Lumberjanes by Noelle Stevenson and a bunch of other creators. I don't even remember when I bought this. It was a long time ago. It's been sitting there for a long time, waiting. Pick me, it's saying. The 4th challenge is to read a book by one of your favorite authors, and I love The Princess Diaries. The first 2 books were amazing, and I've picked up a few other Meg Cabot books, but I do not want to read any of her other books until I've read this series. So I'm picking up the 3rd book in the Princess Diaries series. This is called Third Time Lucky. I love how easy it is to know which book is next. It's in the name. Third. These do have alternate names. I feel like the alternate name to this one is Princess in Love, maybe? They're all like Princess something, but I don't know if this is just like the UK titles or the original title or a different title. I don't know why the different titles, guys. Now number 5 is a tricky one. Read a book that is older than you. Now I have a bunch of classics that I want to read, none of which I really wanted to throw into a readathon. But you know what the best thing is about superheroes? Most of them are older than dirt. So I'm going to pick up the Green Lantern Chronicles Volume 1. These are the first Green Lantern comic books ever, and they were published between 1959 and 1960. I was definitely not born then. Challenge number 6 is to read a book and watch the movie adaptation of that book. It took me a while to find a book for this because I had to both A, want to read it, and B, want to watch the movie. But then I remembered, I think at the start of this year, I picked up Holes by Louis Sachar. I still haven't figured out how to say his name. I meant to Google this. Crap. Found the movie of Holes delightful. It has Julia Hill in it as the guy who's like, I can fix that. And he has that cute little smile. The 7th challenge is to read 7 books, and for those of you with deductive reasoning skills and or mathematic ability, you will note that I don't have 7 books yet on this list. There's only 6. So I'm throwing in my comic book TBR pick of the month, Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 8 Volume 1. I've also read this before. I got a couple, I think I got 2 volumes into reading Season 8 and then I didn't keep up with it, but I really want to catch up. See, I have it in this massive volume collected with Volume 2. I feel like this might not be as convenient to carry onto a bus or to my workplace. So I'm just going to stick with this one, if that's cool beans with everyone. So despite the fact that I've got a couple of graphic novels and mostly short books in this TBR, I will be super surprised if I can actually read all 7, because it's going to be a busy week. We just got a dog, which is exciting, and I also want to use my days off that I have this week not just for reading but for catching up with videos and stuff. Let me know in the comments below if you are participating, and if so, what the heck are you reading, mate? Probably gonna go film another video to try and catch up, but I will see you next time. In the meantime, tell me, do you have a pet? Because now we have a dog. We have 2 cats and a dog. I don't know how the 2 cats feel about the dog yet. We're all pretty positive. It's gonna be fine. Also, in case you missed it, I'm gonna chuck some links to a couple of my past videos so that you can be up to date with me. It's very important that we all know what I'm doing and reading and thinking and buying. Also, if you aren't already following me, you should do so on my Bookstagram, because I'm about to Instagram like the most cute picture ever in existence of my TBR and my cat. She just did a thing that was cute, but you won't know about it unless you follow my Instagram. Do it. Do it. Okay, I'm gonna go now.